Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. Hey there. So I'm doing something I've never done in my entire life. I had 7 of the apples at work that were left. And I'm just going to crock pot them and see what happens. I'm not peeling them. You know, I had that little dealie that I was trying to use with my jicama and rutabaga for a while. Remember when I was trying to spiral do them? I worked on the, what were those things? It worked whenever I did it. Was it turnips? I think it was whenever I was doing turnips. It worked on those. But anyway, but I'm just going to leave the peel on. Now, before you watch this and like, oh, that's too many carbs. Well, that's okay. That's okay. If you are at a place in your journey where you are watching every single carb, then that is wonderful. And I'm very, very proud of you for acknowledging and knowing what your limits are. That is wonderful because I've been there. I totally understand. I'm in the healing phase. And so, you know, I'm in maintenance phase. So right now I'm kind of, exploring and seeing how my body reacts to things as I've healed a lot of my illnesses. And, you know, I'm down to just 2 medications now. So definitely continue on the path you're on. Please never watch my videos and think that what I'm doing you have to do, or what I'm saying, I'm not saying you need to do this or anything like that. I'm just taking everybody along for my journey because I'm learning and growing myself and seeing what works for me. And as I heal things, I'm interested in seeing what does my body do? Can I eat these things? Can I not? So never feel like I'm trying to alter your way of eating. I'm just growing my own way of eating and learning for myself what I can and can't eat. So I had 7 apples. They were these autumn glory apples. And so I went ahead and cut them up into that. Like I said, there were 7. So what I plan to do is I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. And in the morning, before I leave, I'm going to put this my crock pot on low, and then I'll go back to work. Since I'm coming home to check on Lou at lunchtime, I'll take a look and see how they're doing. And if not, I will, see whenever I get home from work. They need to be on low for 8 hours. I have no idea. But I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. I've never done anything with apples before. So yeah, and I have some cinnamon somewhere under here, or pumpkin pie spice. I could try putting a little of that in there. What I will tell you is when it is done, I will weigh out the servings. I will do it weight-based, not a 4th cup or 1 small apple or whatever. I will do it weight-based because it will change from being an apple to now being mushed up. So when I do my servings and I plug them in to see how much of a serving is, I will do it weight-based. So again, if you are not this far in your journey, that's okay. Just go on and go to a different video, because I have plenty of videos that are more low-carb foods than this right here. So I'm not going to add sugar to them. I'm just going to crock pot them. So yeah, I'm going to put this on in the morning and we will see how it goes. For my crock pot apples, whatever I end up doing with them in the end, I have them in and they're on low. It is almost 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'll come home at lunch today and let the dogs out and see what I need to do. Like I said, I have not added anything except maybe a 4th cup of water and the apples, and that's it. No seasonings or anything. Look at them faces. I come home to let them out. I just let them all out to potty. No wet spots, thankfully. But they're like, come on, hurry up and give us a treat, because they know I give them a treat. But anyway, I want to show you this first. These are the apples. And I left at what time? Oh, what time did I? Well, I put them in about, what, 7? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's been 5 hours. Some of them, it goes in pretty easy. Some of them, they're kind of stiffer. So I'm just going to let them keep going. I stirred them up a little bit. I'm going to let them keep going till I get home from work. And I might add a little bit of butter to them. A little butter, cinnamon. And then, but they taste good. So, all right. I'm going to put the lid back on them. And I'm going to go to work. And we'll piddle with them whenever I get home from work. Okay, bye. So I'm home. And before I do anything to the apples, I want to weigh them. I did not weigh them before I started. So I want to do that right quick because I should have weighed them before I even put them in here. So I'm going to do that. Hello. Got to zero it out. Hopefully this is big enough to hold them. I still haven't 100% figured out what I'm going to do with them, but, you know. There's a little juice down in there, but I added probably a fourth cup of water. So it's not a lot of juice. It looks like maybe 1 tablespoon more than what I have. You know what I mean? So not enough that it's going to make a big difference in anything. All right, so 572 grams. I need to get this down. Apples. APPLES 572 grams. Okay, I got to give the dog their treats. Hang on. Okay, so no matter what recipe you create, you have to know the weight of it. You know, you have to know the weight so that way you can plug it into your app. So I'm going to plug that in first before I do anything. And to be honest, I was thinking some butter. I think the only butter I have is that brown butter, that ghee that I made. And that may not be bad, but let me plug this in because I want to just kind of get an idea of what I'm starting with. So hang on. Okay, so keep in mind, I am in maintenance. So keep in mind, I'm not necessarily eating how somebody who's losing weight is eating. So you do what you got to do. If this video is not for you, then that's okay. I'm going to make things that are not for you. That probably more than just once. So I'm going to add 26 grams of this ghee, this homemade ghee that I made. Just give me a second to figure out what 18. 25. Alright. So, I'm going to blend that in. Well, and for the record, I did open a yogurt and I took one little taste of the apple with this plain yogurt. It was a no-go. So, no. I'm going to stir in this ghee and let it kind of sit in here and melt. And in the meantime, I'm going to go on and make my supper for tonight, which will be in another video. So I'm going to cover this up and let this sit. And I'll get back to you when this is all done and I'll tell you how much of a serving and all that stuff is. So I'll be back. So hopefully it's melted. I have this chopper that I usually use on the weekend with my ground beef. I'm not like gonna puree the apples or anything. I'm just kind of chopping them up just to give them a little texture, but I don't want them like applesauce. So the servings is, there's gonna be 6, and each serving has 87 calories, 10 net carbs, and 0.3 protein and 4.4 fat. It's gonna be about 100 grams serving. So I don't have 6 small containers, so I'm going to put them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put 100 grams in each of these. And yeah, like I said, if this is not something you can eat, that's okay. We're all different, and we're all in different places in our journey. So not everything can be a match for everybody. Nope, that's a little much. It's 101, close enough. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to finish making these up, but you can see that's about the serving it is. It's 100 grams, so I'll be right back. So here they are. There's 6 of them. I'm not seasoning them with any seasoning. I'll just season them when I eat them or whenever I pull them out. We'll see. These may trigger me, and this may be something, you know, that I may be walking a dangerous tightrope. I don't know. I haven't had something like this in about 4 years. I don't need a lid for this one. I'm going to have this one for supper. So, there we go. That's how it looks. That's just baked apples. No sugar, nothing added to them. So, there we go. That's my version of crock-potted baked apples.